Good morning and welcome to Mighty Ox Trading Tuesday morning. Let's see how we can do in the markets today. I hope everyone's doing well. Doesn't look like there's a lot of people here yet. But let's see how the morning goes. Check our overnight. Seems like we've been in a strong uptrend since yesterday. Market crashed down yesterday all the way down to like 15152, and since that we've recovered all the way up to a high of, this is on the ES, I'm sorry, on the ES we crashed all the way down to 4573. Now we're all the way back up to 4789. Since open we have about a 35-point range on the ES, which is pretty significant. NASDAQ, which is what it was originally talking about. You can see here, crashed all the way down to here. You see this massive crash yesterday, but it recovered now up to about 15,723. No, 15,734. My yellow line's just a bit off. Yeah, close enough. So about 160 point range. Good morning, Jay. Or good afternoon, Jay. How are you doing? Did you get some good rest? Copper? I forgot to set the yellow lines on copper. Copper tight range so far. About 80 ticks. Gold. Come up. See, yesterday we also had a crash there, and then it came back up. We're about mid-range right now, of about a 10 or 11 point range so far today. UltraBond. There we're seeing about a 1.5 range since open. Crude. Crude's trying to head back up to that $80 mark. We've seen about 1.3 points. Near the top of its range, trying to head back up to its daily high. Natural gas. Just a bit. There we're seeing about 130 ticks of range. Oops, wrong button. And then the Russell. Russell's about 20 points in range. That's where we sit. I start the morning down about $100 from last night's session. And let's look. Right now it looks like we're ranging in the NASDAQ. I don't know what that white line's from, but that's from a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. see here, these white lines I drew are from last night up to the time I went off stream. You can see that NASDAQ was ranging here. Actually ended up stopping me out when I tried to get in on one of these. Finally broke. Actually broke as soon as I got off stream. How nice of it. Uh, I still need to get used to trading it. It definitely has potential, I think. I mean, like here, you can see right here. Zoom in. This spot right here is this spot right here. Oh, you can see that real well. Whoop. You know, here where it comes down, it basically calls, you know, you can really tell about where, you know, if it breaks that third band and it's at the bottom here, you almost know that's a reversal. And yeah, I could get right in on that candle. It seems to have a lot of uses. I just need to get used to trading it in real time and watching for it. You got to be more observant. Let's see where else. I've noticed that like here, you know, if a yellow line here touches, you know, yeah, somewhat. I mean, the bands kind of look the same, but often, you know, the actual shape of them. Let me fast forward to see what NQ's telling me. Short signal there. I want to see it get below that right there, so we'll wait. Um, I mean, the bands. Oops, what the heck did I just do? How did I just remove every? Oh, I see. Never knew that was there before. Anyway, so, I mean, the bands themselves you can see kind of mimic each other, but where um the midline, the SMA line, is definitely different. Because here you can see at 3:55 or so my time, you can see the SMA line's already trending downward there on the RSI, whereas it's still trending upward here. So that's definitely different, and I'm trying to figure out, you know, some correlation here. And you can see here the yellow line gets above the 70 line, and usually that means you're going to start at least heading down. And you can see that's kind of true here. About, you know, between 342 355, so it's about right here. And that's where we kind of reach our top. Pulls back, goes back up one time, and then pulls back here early in, you know, short signal went away. But if you look right here, see how it broke the band and broke the 70 line there. And that called this reversal here perfect. Wait one red candle for confirmation, and it would have got me into this move here two candles before, or actually three candles before this short signal. So here, this short signal would have got me uh, 5, 11, about 12. But if I had gotten in here, 702 down to, it would have got double that, so like about 27. So it can definitely get in moves earlier. Or, I mean, what I actually looked at first for was to figure out, you know, just like, if I had gone into this buy signal here, went up, it'd be really hard to tell. It's always really hard to tell when to get out of a move. If I was just trying to ride it up, I would wait till it came back down. If I'm running a 10-point trailing stop, I end up losing boom, boom, boom. Whereas this is a great indicator to get out of that trade, even if I don't get back in on the short side. That's originally why I brought up the RSI indicator to see if there was a way to be able to tell better um, of when to get out of a move. But then I saw it. It had this. I don't know if it's always had this Bollinger Band. I just know that in the indicators it says update it. So I looked at it and saw that you could give it its own Bollinger Band. And I'm like, let's check this out. Gold's sending a short signal, but gold's rangy. Now here, see here, this corresponds with this here, pulls back. I would wait till it broke back inside. So 53 right here. Again, gets me in 2 candles earlier. Which in that case is only 4 extra ticks, but still. And if I don't jump in based on the break, it's more confirmation when something does send me a signal. Like here, I would be, without the RSI, this is still uptrending here. The uptrending SMA line. I'd probably be hesitant to get in this trade. I probably wouldn't get in this trade. But seeing this break of, of the overbought level or the 70 level, whatever, coming down, that will give me more confirmation that this seems to be, ready to reverse. And I probably would get in that trade, which would, ride down 30 ticks. I have to do more experimenting with it, but it seems like if the yellow line falls below the, say, 35 level, and or above the 65, and then the purple line crosses, that's a good entry point, it seems to be as well. I hear that crosses at 51 after the hour, which corresponds to this move right here, where red goes to green, and then up. So I think it definitely has potential. Now, when things are tight and ranging, I mean, here it touches the top of the Bollinger Band, but it pulls back like a point, or I'm sorry, a tick or two, because it's tight range, nothing you can do. Okay, Crude and NQ sending me a signal. And Q again telling me it wants to go short. What's the low of the previous move? Low of the previous move is 15,672. We're at 15,673. So, oh, and we just went below the low of that previous move. Okay. No, that's crude oil. Wrong chart. I gotta get better at finding these charts quicker. There we go. That's gold. What the heck? There we go. Actually, so let's see here. We are at the 70 level. I mean, sorry, the 30 level. We have gone down another couple of ticks, but I mean, actually a quarter of a tick. Let's watch this for now. Let's take this as a learning thing. See, we came down here hard, 15 tick candle down, but we're right at that bottom level on the RSI, the 30 level, and it's crawling back up, or it's trying to. It's still so far. eh, It's still coming down. This might be a good reversal play here. Hold on. It is inside the bands. Popping back up. Ten minutes from the top of the hour. Gold sending me a signal, so we'll check that. Buy signal. Again, gold's kind of rangy right now, so waiting for it to get out of that range. Continue to watch this NASDAQ to see what it does. The NASDAQ did pop back up, so I was kind of right. So I was down here at the bottom, and you know, I probably would have jumped. Normally would have jumped into that short signal. So this was down at the bottom and waited. Now it might still come down. You know, it has gotten in back with inside the 3070 and inside the bands. But it looks like this will be a might be a good confirmation candle to get in. But I'm just going to use this as a learning, see how this reacts here. Right now, it would have been a good scalp off of either off of the break here, coming back up through the 30 line, or just waiting for this first confirmation candle and jumping in here for a 5-point scalp. Excuse me. Uh, yes. Did the same move. And had basically it has basically the same RSI Bollinger. as does the Russell. I haven't even put it on the Russell yet. I gotta remember to do that. ES, trying to send a buy signal. So you can see here, I had listened to this, waited for it to come back up, went out 3 green candles in. So if I had waited for this green confirmation candle and then jumped in here, Crude sending me a signal, check that in a minute. 660, okay, 668. Now it's kind of reversing. So up to 675. So about 8 points up, which isn't bad. And how many times do we see this come down, like this, and then reverse back up to the SMA line? So this could be more confirmation. Crude. Again, if we blow up crude, see this big move down here, it just about touched the Bollinger Band. I had the Bollinger Band. That's okay. At least I know someone's alive out there. Seems to be too early in the morning for most people did this morning. But uh, it didn't touch the band. So this wasn't as big of a confirmation, but you can see the way it came down. It came right back up. And it's a little bit, good confirmation here. Got about 10 ticks. Now it's back below. Over here, this, this move was this little bounce here. Now it continued to go down. So depending on what you want your stop loss, it went down another 8 ticks. Then kind of bounced off. It wasn't broke through here, 622. Yeah, about the same time we got that buy signal, and it went for what, 42 up to 57, about 15 ticks. So S&P and Nasdaq rejected here, came up and then came back down. You see, we're still riding the bottom line here. Another bounce. Now, just because something's at the bottom line or the top line doesn't necessarily mean it's going to immediately bounce. You can see, like, back here, it stayed at or near that top line for about 40 minutes before finally coming down. And I mean, it broke the top line here at 3:15 my time at 15,640, and it went up almost another 100 points. So you got to be careful. Now, did it, kind of predicted this sideways action when it got up to here and pulled back? And then it did, kind of predict this little pullback here. And then this was when it finally broke under for the last time. and start the reversal. So just because it's above or below those 70-30 lines doesn't necessarily mean that you're reversing. This is coming back down. And you can see here as well, this, I'll make this bigger. This kind of bounced off the SMA line, almost like the way it bounces off an SMA line here, except for I noticed that the SMA line here, like here, didn't touch. So it's always like just a bit more, doesn't quite equal the price action. But you can play bounces off of it if you like. Now, obviously here you kind of like would be, but you're ranging. You got to look at your price action. Now, our purple line is below that 30 line. We're about minute 45 seconds from the top of the hour. I say this would have been a good short signal. Better, but the reversal means the better play would be in once it rebounced off that SMA line. We've come down 20 points since this short. We did reverse 8 points before we did. Morning, Linux. How are you doing? Hey, you don't ever need to apologize for leaving. According to analytics, most people stay on my streams for about an average of 17 minutes. So it's not that big of a deal. I always appreciate the time. Uh, we're just about there. Just another, few million to go. Top of the hour. But I'm sure she's worth it. Now I'm going to try a reversal play on this. Once it shows signs, it's going to start reversing, which is there. See, our yellow line is toward the bottom of the 70-30. Starting to curl up. Got my MNQ chart ready. Got my finger on the trigger. Waiting for confirmation. This might try and come up back up to the SMA. Bouncing baby VWAP. Oh. Okay. Went in on this long. Definitely not going for that many points. Bring it down to here. Looking for 5 points. I will cut this quick if it feels like it's going to not work. There we go. No, it's just the parameter. I haven't adjusted parameters on this. Our ATM management. Uh, yeah, I still got to work on that. Struggling right here. It is through the yellow line on the RSI, but might be pulling back. Oh, there we go. I'm actually at 5 right now, but there we go. We just hit our target on 2 of them. Cashed out on 2, and still going. We're gonna watch for the bounce. Big move up. My stop loss it's actually moved far enough up that my stop loss has moved above. But I'm going to close it as soon as it shows sign of reversal. It's at the top now of the Bollinger Band. This is a good, this is in the, yeah, doing 4 micros, yes. Yep, there's the reversal, I think. Closing, going to close the trade there. Tell me, guys, do you hear it? Did you just hear cha-ching? Okay, first of all, let me got a whole bunch of things. Okay, good. I added that a couple weeks ago, but never really tested to make sure it works. So we did get buy signals on the indices, but the reverse, kind of reversing now. Then I got out here, downtrending SMA line. I didn't expect it to keep going. I still don't expect it to keep going because we have downtrending everything. Let's go see what I can see. Okay, so it looks like I was down $100. I'm now down $28.50. So that was a $71.50 trade. We got in at 15,651, cashed out 2 at 16,657 for 6 points, and then cashed out the other 2 at 663 for 12 points. So that was an excellent trade. Actually did better than I thought it would, and it looks like now it might actually continue to go. So that's interesting. So I could have got more out of it. It's up to 669 now. but I didn't want to tempt fate. Although I should have. It was doing a trailing stop, but still learning this whole. But again, even though we almost always see this happen, move comes down, pulls at least back up to the SMA line, then or either continues to go, or in this case, it seems like it wants to break it. But I never had confidence to jump in on this reversal. So that's what this is kind of doing for me. I saw that we got below. We went as far down as 23 on the RSI range thingy here. And I have no idea what these 70-30 numbers mean. I haven't even looked it up. I mean, I know that this is supposed to be overbought, oversold, or whatever. But I waited for it to come back up, waited for it to break. Once I saw this first green confirmation candle, I decided to get in. Whereas before, without this, I would have seen this coming down. I would have thought this was just, you know, I would have thought it was like this candle here. One green candle and just going to continue to go down. So I like this RSI thing so far. Now, in this case, it does look like this is going to continue to go up. We'll see if it reverses first. I would have expected this to come up, kind of reverse back down, and then maybe curl up. But so far, it's just looking strong. But honestly, that was a trade I would not have taken without this user starting to use this new RSI. Now I'm trying to see here if there's anything they would have told me that this would be a good buy signal here to stay in that trade. And I mean, just there's nothing glaring that tells me that that would be excellent to stay in or whatever. Eventually, as I have cushions, or once I'm funded and have a cushion, I would stay in those trades longer, where I'm not having to try and build up something every little penny and don't want to get back. I mean, obviously, you never want to get back, but I just need about 20 more of those today, and we'll be good. UltraBond. UltraBond seems rangy. Gold off this buy signal here. I think this. I don't know. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if I missed that signal. Oh, actually, I was saying gold was rangy. I ignored that signal. Well, my loss. It's going up 16 ticks. I wasn't paying attention here. This is what I say. You got to pay attention to the charts. Here in copper, we've seen this big move up here. And basically, I mean, now it went. This would have been right here would be the entry. Now it's sitting as a short signal now, coming down to the SMA line. But you see, this really got deep above the 70 level. Let's see, it got as high as 85.40 here. So at 85, it's almost a guarantee that you're going to reverse. And it hit that level, let's see, right here. This first red candle. So jumping in here would have been perfect. Would have caught this entire move down so far. I could have waited till across the yellow line, which is that 7:10 or 8:10 New York guys' time. If you're on the East Coast, don't know what time that is for Jay. I think he's 8 hours ahead of me, so three o'clock. But now we are bouncing. But yeah, that would have been an excellent move. I gotta figure out a way to set up the alerts, but the alerts confuse me. Uh, this is thanks, Jay. Pretty good for 7 o'clock in the morning. I don't know how exactly to set up the alerts for this. Jay, if you still have a TradingView account, this is your homework assignment. This is the RSI to set up an alert. On the RSI, you have crossing. It asks for either a value or another RSI and an RSI based MNJ, the upper Bollinger. I don't know how to set this. I mean, I know the one thing I could set is if it got above a certain level. So if it got above 80, it would alert me. But I want alerts for other things, and I just haven't figured it out yet. And it's hard to test alerts when they if I tried to take time on the weekend, it's hard to set alerts and test them when the market's not open. Although I could actually, now I think about it, I could do that on crypto. Crypto runs 24/7. But anyway, so you see once it hits above 80, you're pretty much guaranteed to pull back. Even here, I mean, will hit above 80 here at 5 after the hour. If I would have got in here, now like I said, I'll wait for the first red candle and then get in. Because I mean, if I would have jumped in there, it still would have had some momentum up by 10 ticks. But I really like alerts instead of having to just have my eyes glued to like every chart. That is until I get my 949-inch screen, 49-inch monitors that I eventually want. In a 3x3 grid pattern. Gold's giving us a short signal. Yes, they are. My number one monitor is a 32-inch. That's definitely one thing, once I start making money with this, if I make really, really good money. I'm not into the whole flashy cars and all that stuff that a lot of people are into. None of that's interesting to me. I want an ultimate. First of all, I need to get a better place to live. But once I do, I want an ultimate computer setup, like 3 very high-end computers connected to 9 big monitors in a 3x3 grid fashion. A nice big desk. trade copiers across the three. Use my mouse program, my program so that I can use one mouse and keyboard among off all three or more computers. Now, this would have been a good short signal, and it's interesting things aren't really respecting the SMA line today. This has already gone 85 to 15, 14 ticks. Nasdaq kind of leveled out. We'll see if it continues to head up. UltraBond's rangy. Gold's rangy. I don't think we really have any news today. I looked news up last night, but that was last night. I slept since then. Now, this is a great short signal in crude. Come down about 20 ticks so far. So let me find that economic calendar and see if there's anything popping up here. I don't think there is. But we shall see. Let's see. Oh. Uh, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. my time. Uh, Fed Chair Powell is testifying. That could be something that causes some. Last time he testified, we saw a big movement. So I want to watch that around 10 a.m. Tomorrow, inflation numbers come out. That should be interesting in the morning. I'm wondering if I should start streaming on Wednesday morning, because that seems to be when there's interesting stuff that comes out. Boop, boop. Russell giving us a signal? Russell and UltraBond. Crude continuing to head down. Down, down, down in a burning ring of, I don't know. You see we're sideways here on Nazi. Oh, is it? Okay. Good morning, Walt. How you doing? Uh, 1 for 1 this morning on trades. UltraBond moved down here. Big candle down here, 8 ticks. Gold with a move down here as well. Well, I finished last night red, down $100. I've made back 71.50 so far. So technically I'm still red, but working on it. I see here crude. Basically that same move I caught on the NASDAQ. If I had caught it here, it would have been nice. This last red candle was where we broke, came back up. Green confirmation candle. Now it's only gone like 5 ticks. I mean, that obviously, if I was on doing a regular size contract, that's $50 if I try for a quick 5 tick scalp. NQ sending me a short. So we've seen it come down, come back up, ride here, and now maybe trying to head back down. Previous low of this move. Oh wow, okay, the S&P and not the Nasdaq. Either way, they're basically doing the same exact thing today. Low of this move is 15,637. We're at 53. It has room to go before resistance. It is outside of that RSI Bollinger Band. So let's watch it. Let's see if it bounces here. Long signal in copper. Oh, UltraBond's still going down. 12 ticks on this candle. Wait, why is that on a 5-minute chart? Hey, who put a 5-minute chart on my 1-minute chart screen? So now that would have been an excellent the catch if I had been on a 5-minute chart. Anyway, watching Nazi here to see how it reacts. Another short signal there, but it's still not sure. See a bounce there in gold. Bounce in the Ultra. Back up a few ticks. Nasdaq coming back up. So that's it. So that was interesting. You see here so far, Nasdaq's come down. It butted against that RSI Bollinger and is now curling back up. Gold sending us a long signal. Again, it's right there at the SMA line. Coming back down. Nazi again trying to send us a short. Back inside. I kind of like this better here now. Still not sure about it. It's not sure about it. Hello, midlife. So far, I'm green for the year. How are you doing so far? Oh, gold now heading up. The 11 ticks on this candle. Did break above the SMA. Nice strong move up there. Would have been a nice trade to take. I didn't take it. Just because it was at that SMA line. I wasn't sure about it. Uh, Nasdaq trying to pop up. Excellent. Glad to hear that. I expect that by the end of the year, I'll be able to advertise that 9 out of 10 people that visit my stream have become independently wealthy. Short signal here. Again, it's just kind of teasing. I don't know about it. Has room to come down, but do got the downtrending SMA line, but I don't know. So I want to thank everyone for joining me this morning. So we head into hour number 2 of the stream. If you're here from YouTube, please remember to hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you haven't. The likes are kind of important, as I seem to have a hater. I have someone that comes in on each stream for the last week or so to downvote. So somebody doesn't like me. I don't know. Someone, I don't know who I upset or whatever, but if I look, I hardly ever got downvoted before. And I mean, honestly, it's the internet. I really don't really care. I don't know what. I always hear other streamers or other YouTube content creators saying about hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. So I don't know if more likes do, you know, something where my channel might get more promoted more by YouTube. But just looking over the last week, every day, almost every stream last has one person that downloaded it. It just seems like a pattern all of a sudden. So I don't know. It even came on last night and gave a downvote. So I don't know. I'm not real worried about it. Just obviously I don't want it to affect how YouTube views the stream, so I try to negate it by telling everyone to give me an upvote. The whole internet popularity contest. Maybe it's that one guy that I banned from the stream, that Robbins, a few weeks back. I don't know. So see, gold did come up off this buy signal. Didn't really have any follow through though. And now sending another short. Yeah, he's a real winner. He's gotten banned from the Earn to Trade Discord as well. Or she, whatever. Nasdaq sending a buy, gold sending a short. Hey, we got divergence. Not really divergence, but which signal should we take? Do a micro gold. Sell market. Oh, wait to it. Both gave signals and both are heading the opposite direction, maybe. So we'll wait. Burp. Crude. Crude wants to get in on the discussion as well. Big move there up on crude in the downtrending bands though. Nasdaq. That signal failed. And I wasn't paying attention. Oh, gold now went without me, as I also wasn't paying attention to that. Darn. So I should have got in on that short signal on gold. But if this is an interesting move here on Nasdaq, you see how it came up here, touched, just kind of tickled the top Bollinger of the RSI and reversed. If I've been paying attention, saw this first red candle here, I could have jumped in on the second one, which is only, it's only going about 5 points. But again, if you can get 10 5-point scalps on the NASDAQ with 2 contracts, I wish I had done one contract is, 5 points is 100, so 200. Yeah, that's $2,000 a day. I'll be interested to see how this moves here. This seems to want to range. Okay, gold only came down 7 ticks, reversing now, so it's nothing's giving us a lot of follow through so far right now. We'll continue to watch. Oh, yep. So you see the NQ's continuing to come down. So that would have been definitely a good, and now it's sending as a short. Copper's also sending as a short. I definitely need to figure out how to set up alerts on this RSI thingy. So I don't want to have to stare at every single chart all the time, look away for a second and I miss something. Short signal on NQ. So we'll try that. Also sending us a short. Big move down here. Well, green back up. Eh. So we're watching this. Ah, okay, I didn't get filled. I tried to go in with a limit order. That was a mistake on my part. Actually, I'm not sure why I hit a limit order. I think I hit the wrong button. And I missed, so I missed this one. This has gone down 6 points. Of course, this will probably be the 50-point move of the day. Good morning, Ace. How are you today? I'm doing good. I'm 1 for 1 on trades. I was just gonna go short on the Nasdaq, and I hit a limit order instead of a market, and it went without me. And I should have just continued to try and jump in because it's obviously heading down at a nice velocity. 10 points since I would have entered, but that's okay. Oh yeah, no biggie. No biggie. Always plenty of opportunities in the market, especially since I watch like 8 different assets. So, but of course, this is probably gonna go down 50 points. Ouch. Let's see, 4662. Cool. Crude oil has come down massively. Well, not massively. That just looks like a bigger move than it is, but it's 30 ticks. S&P coming down nicely. Watching our RSI. So both this gold that I missed and this that I missed would have been good trades. Watching the RSI now on the NQ. We see that we are below the 30 line. Don't know what that light line is there. I think that was from my range last. Yeah, it was bottom of my range last night. It kind of bounced off that. It's kind of interesting. So we are on the RSI. We're down to 20. That's kind of interesting. Usually, if from what I understand and what I've been seeing, if you get down to about 15, you're almost a guaranteed buy. 20 is iffy, but we're still heading down. Now, what's weird is as far as I think it's kind of turning me into this whole mean reversion thing that I haven't really said I don't like to do. But obviously, I mean, there might be something to it. This has come down just almost 40 points since I missed the trade. I kidded about it being, my 50-point move that I missed. Leveling out a bit here. That's like a reversal candle. UltraBond. Let's see what it's telling us. UltraBond giving a buy signal. Been kind of downtrendy. Crude oil. Buy signal. 45 minutes to the bell. I have an MMQ chart here up here. Say that again. Blah, 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 blah. Watching to see whether or not this pops back up. Kind of riding right along 30 now on that purple line. Everything's sending me signals all at once. I'm in on MNQ, going for 5 points. All I want. Set the stop at 5 as well. See if it gives it to me. Got in late based on the chart, and I think I'm going to stop out on this. We'll see. Good job. Ace. Gold also popping up. 4 points is great. Struggling here. It gets up to that SMA line, or if I cut it. Wait, they're cutting it. Yeah, it's coming back down. That's, yeah, it stopped me out there. So that time it didn't work. I got in. I should have got it in on this candle, and I just didn't get in there fast enough. No cha-ching there. About a $40 loss. Now see, you're talking about it getting. Hey, yeah, there's a good English. We got down to 20 on the RSI on this candle here, and I even said this candle here was a reversal candle. So if I had jumped in here, all my instincts and all based on this RSI, once it gets down to 20, it almost always reverses. I could have got 12 points off of that. So my hesitation cost me, but I learned. UltraBond trying to head back down. I don't know, not real interested in UltraBond right now. ESHG, copper kind of heading down. Looks like Nasdaq's trying to head back down. Yes, sending a signal. Came back up enough that it sent a buy signal. Now sending that short that Ace is jumping in on there. Jumped in at 66, which was a good job because it's already down to 63. That was an excellent move. I didn't get in fast enough. I was reading about an earthquake in California on Twitter and wasn't paying attention. Speaking of Twitter, gentlemen and ladies, if there's any ladies here, I don't think I've ever seen a lady talk in my chat, at least not that I'm aware of. But anyway, two quick things about Twitter. Mighty Ox Trading now has a Twitter. I'll be posting daily recaps there. My days, my P&L plus the trade, little synopsis of the trades I took. But the other reason I wanted to bring up Twitter, for those of you who are interested in doing evaluations, like earn a trade, I found this guy. I have no affiliation with him. I have no idea who he is, but he is running a giveaway with Earn a Trade for a $100 Gauntlet Mini, $100,000 Gauntlet Mini account. Entry, the deadline's tomorrow. All you got to do is, I guess, follow him, follow Earn a Trade, and retweet the tweet about the giveaway, and you're entered. And it looks like it's only gotten 13 retweets so far, so right now you have a very good chance of winning. One of them's me, so if any of you are on Twitter and you want to try and win this, I'll even post it here in the chat. Okay, Jay? Tell your professor I said hello. There we go. That back aside. Russell. Gold sending is a short. So it looks like this might have been just a pullback. See if this continues to send us a signal. ES is just kind of hanging around that 46.63 area. I like this gold. We're going to try it. If it sticks, we're in on six micro gold contracts. That's it. We're moving the profit target up some. I don't think we need 24 ticks here. I'm going to shoot for 10. With a 10 tick stop. We haven't had any high velocity. And we might get out here if at the top of the hour, because I forgot things at 9 o'clock can go start going kind of wonky. Looking like it might want to reverse on me here. We'll see. Oops. Forgot to bring up my chart. Sorry. There you see the trade I'm in that I'm down $33 on. Looks like gold's gonna come back up. Looks like we're gonna try and could go up and down around the SMA line. Hopefully I can bounce, but I'm not counting on it at this point. There we go. We're back to just about break even. Or we were. The SMA line has straightened out. We're horizontal and everything. Nasdaq's continuing to come down. Broken under 15,600. ES down to 60, 46.61. Making Ace happy. We are at the top of the hour. Watching gold here now. It's going my direction. There we go. Come on, you know you wanna. No, don't reverse. Give me that tick. Give me that. We were one tick away from hitting my profit target there. There we go. Okay, profit target was just hit on 4. We're still on 2. Moving my stop to break even. Continuing to head down. Oof, big move down. I should have kept my original profit target. This is how I make mistakes. Well in the profit, continuing to move, high velocity. Yes, it would have hit my original profit target. So yeah, I should have kept it. Okay, came back up to hit my trailing. That was a winning trade. Let's look at the tape. That was a very good trade. Now we're only down $13 on the day. 2 out of 3 winning trades today. This morning. I forget what it was last night. I think it was 1 out of 3 winners, so about even. It's down $13 now. Started the morning down 100. So we're doing good. Doing okay. That would have been a better trade had I kept my original profit target, obviously. Oh, down to 46.58 on the ES. Assuming you're still in that trade, Ace. So, I joked. I missed this short signal here. Did the limit order instead of the market order went without me. I say, well, watch, this is going to be the 50 point move. And it's now been the 60-point move. Gold's continuing to come, well, maybe it was, well, has continued to come down. So I'm not sure something spooked the market that I'm not aware of. Not seeing anything necessarily. Trying to figure out why the market's heading down. I don't see anything in the news on Twitter. Okay. Uh, Copper. Possibly hit a bottom here. Oh, actually, I wasn't watching this on NQ. Anyway, I apologize. We actually were below here. I didn't even notice. Down to got down to 2104, so it didn't get below 20, but this would have been a good bounce. Maybe. Big green candle there, and only a small one, so that was definitely not an A plus setup. So glad I really didn't overanalyze that one. Yellow line is below the 30 line. Usually when that happens, we're close to a reversal. Or I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that so surely. It often means, from the little bit of analysis I've done so far, that's the way it appears, but we'll see. We see that UltraBond did said this a short signal here has since dropped 9 ticks. Everyone's gotten deathly quiet. Linux, sleeping. Your market's open. What are you doing sleeping? You can't be sleeping. Give me a second, I'll get it. It's at Mighty Ox Trading, or there's the link for it. I need to get it up in the show notes. I just added this over the weekend. Yeah, I do that at times too. We are about 17 minutes from the bell, so usually don't take too many trades here. Nasdaq's continuing to try and move down. Ace has made so much money from this ES trade that he no longer talks to us. Acts like he doesn't know us. Crude made a nice move up. Wow. How did I miss that? See, Crude sent us a SPY signal here. This candle here, though, is a 40 tick candle. So from here up to here, it moved up almost 100. Really? Wow, that's a big move I missed. Moved up almost 100 ticks. $1,000. Good chance that we're reversing there on Crude as well. You see that the purple line has went below the yellow line at 813. Right here, big, probably a good entry. We'll see if it follows through. With 80.02, it did reach get above back above $80 a barrel. Now pulling back. So far, if I had entered off of this break of the yellow, the purple below the yellow, sounds great technical analysis there, ain't it? It'll be down 9 ticks. We'll watch and see how well that goes. Still learning this new indicator that I still think is going to be a big help. So we'll see. Don't need to take every trade while you're learning. Looks like the S&P might be petering out, starting to go sideways. We do have the SMA line on the RSI is starting to trending upwards. Ding, 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 ding. Boom, boom. Nasdaq continuing to come down. So since I missed the short signal, it's come down 90 points. So that whole watch this be the 50-point move I missed, that ended up being double that. It's now 100 points. I think I'm going to go mute and cry. Not a mutant cry. So Well, that said, I did not expect this sell-off to just come out of the blue at like a little bit after 8:30 with no news. No news that I saw. One thing I seen was an earthquake off of Cyprus, and I don't really know where Cyprus is, so I don't think that's really affecting things. We are seeing the bounce here. This could be the bounce city bounce. Where's the bottom? Gold's kind of sideways. UltraBond sending us a buy signal. Crude. Oh, copper made a big move down. Copper. I'm sorry, crude. So I think it's a short signal here, but and okay, and now I was right. This is good at this. Oops, what the heck did I do? Oh, there. Try that. I said here's where it crossed. I said get in here. If I would have got in here at 80.02, we're already down to 73. That was a 25-point move. Cross when the yellow line is at or above the very top line of the RSI, the 70 line, and the price action cross below it, go short, is what I said. And it seems like that might be true. We'll have to watch that. Continuing to learn this indicator. Gold sending a buy signal. We're gonna wait until the bell now for anything. I'm gonna mute here for a couple minutes as I eat some breakfast. Continue to watch the charts. See, UltraBond is making a nice move up now. Copper would have been a winning on the down. Little bit of a bounce there on the NQ. In trades before the open, or are you all flat? Linux, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. I'm I'm on keto. No pancakes allowed. Few ticks on TN's pretty good though, 'cause that's 15 something a tick, right? That's good work. Seconds to the bow. 2 seconds until I'm done with breakfast. Okay, 15 seconds to the bell. Switch over to NQ and ES charts. See, ES is at a new daily low. I mean, NQ is at a new daily low. And we'll watch and see what happens. There's the bell. So excuse me. So far, not much. ES coming down. ES touched its daily low, it looks like. Slight move down here on the Nasdaq. Back to a doji on the Nasdaq. So far, 18 points down. No, there we go. Now we have some momentum. About 29 points. 30 new daily low. Ooh, now we're really moving. 45 points. ES down 7.5. 50 points now on the Nasdaq. 58. Pulling back a bit. Continues to move downwards, or trying to. ES, new low for the day. Here's a bounce. Let's go over to our 1-minute charts. Let's see what we're seeing here. So I don't think I'll ever play a bounce on the base of RSI. This would have been a good one to play, maybe. Back up 13 points. Excuse me. Gold setting up. Nice 17 tick candle there. Oh, big bounce here. That's a 34.1 minute candle on the NQ. Coming back up to the SMA. Looks like it might reject off that SMA. ES performing almost the same move. ES did send us a short signal right at the open. We should have taken it. Went down 5 points. Russell did the same. Russell made a nice move. See, Crude's continuing to head down. From that point where I said we should have got in, based on what the RSI Bollinger did, it's gone down 50 ticks plus. So we'll remember to that for next time. Now overall, since the open, I mean, obviously it came down over 50 points from the open on the Nasdaq. Actually came down 60 points. It looks like it's trying to head back down now. Now it's down a total of 30 points since the bell. ES continuing to flush down though. We're down 11 points on the ES. ES is the bigger mover at this point. Down to 46.48. If Ace is still in that trade, he disappeared. So maybe he's like moved to Acapulco or something. Obviously, still got a ways to go until we get to yesterday. I don't doubt we see that far of a drop. They'll have to drop 100 more points. But has now dropped over 40 points since its high on the ES and over 200 points on the NASDAQ. ES is continuing to bleed down. Back over here, we see NASDAQ trying to bounce a bit. Bouncity, bouncity, bouncity. Copper continuing to come down. UltraBond pulled back a little bit here and then continued to go up. Gold kind of muted. ES still trying to head down. Russell's doing a bounce. We have a little bit of a bounce here on ES. Oh wow, and now Crude has just totally lost everything. Crude's down 80 ticks since I originally said that would be a good entry. We're starting to see a little bit of a bounce. Bounce, 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 bounce. Checking RSI. Ooh, big bounce here on NASDAQ. So we came up 27 points and then another 25 points. We have a buy signal. Gotta wonder if this is maybe the recovery rally. See. Got to make a decision quick. Oh, pulling back. I'm gonna wait to see if this turns back to green. I have an MNQ chart here waiting. See whether if this turns back to green on this candle or heads back up on the next candle. I'm gonna mark it in on 4 minis. I'm sorry, micros. 4 minis would cause me to fail. So far, just a 15 point, 20 point down hard. I have the finger on the yes button on the confirmation, ready to get in on this. If it decides to go my way. Gold's now heading up. Yep. Off the yes button as we see back to the SMA on the NASDAQ. Let's see if it breaks below. You see that it did bounce off that off that Bollinger on the RSI. See if it bounces again off the SMA on the RSI and heads back up. If it breaks below the SMA on the RSI, too many three-letter things, then it might be a short. We're below on the regular part of the chart. Bounce possibly here. Waiting. Not gonna let the market decide here because it could go either way, I think, at this point. It's indecisive right now. So we'll sit back and let it decide. Right now it's showing that like it wants to go back down. Big candle down here. 44 points. Short signal. Bouncing. Looks like we might have definite indecisions. Indecisiveness, I guess, would be the better word. My English teachers would be so disappointed. Okay, short signal again here. Let's. I'm jumped in on a short. Hopefully it wasn't a mistake. See if we continue this momentum down. Oh, wow. It moved down, moved my trailing stop, and immediately took me out. But I was in profit. I don't know how much profit. Well, about $20 in profit. It went as far as $100 in profit, and I got about $20. But look, I'm green on the day now. One day I'm gonna just take that $100 and hit close and be happy with it. So for now, that's where we stand. I made the $100 back I lost last night. Big move back up here. I have a feeling it's gonna continue to head down. But this is a reversal candle. But I'm not sure I would want to bet my life on it. Yep, there we go. Yeah, I was right. Again, the trailing stop knocked me out prematurely. Way prematurely. We see it. This is now down another 20 points. There's going to be a time I have confidence to stay in trades. Obviously, that time was not today. UltraBond with a short signal. short signal. Big move down here on gold. About a point down. Copper selling off as well. Since this short signal, it's down 40 ticks. Bounce here in the NASDAQ. Up to the SMA. Trying to break through. We're still downtrending on the SMA, so we'll see if it bounces. See copper here. Real quick, let's spotlight it. The purple line is sitting well under 30 line. I hit about a low of 23, indicating we should be seeing might be seeing a pop up here. No guarantees. Something to keep an eye on. Hello, Stealth. Have I ever traded platinum? I've sim traded platinum here and there. I actually have the platinum chart up. I haven't traded it in a long time. But yeah, I have the platinum chart up. It does interest me at times. I just haven't really analyzed it real well. But yeah, I take a look at it. It does do some nice moves at times. Are you a platinum trader? Nice. What do you like about it? Yeah, Nasdaq can be really crazy. I agree. It used to be too crazy for me too. I've kind of gotten used to it somewhat, but yeah, I do like when things move smoother, and it seems like platinum, especially, the bits I've looked at it, you know, likes to move in one direction before it changes and moves in the next direction. It does seem to trend, a good bit. So it is something I've been meaning to look more at, but without taking my focus. Because I already watch 8 different symbols, assets, but yeah, platinum does seem to, have good moves and definitely a bit of a slower vibe to it. My goal eventually is to be able to trade multiple assets, be able to trade almost anything where if something's slow or rangy on any given day, I could switch to something else. So I mean, I even keep up agriculture. I have soybean oil here and corn that I mean, I haven't traded in months, but eventually, I like to add that back into my repertoire. I think, once you can start learning the various ideas, you can definitely trade just about anything. But yeah, Nasdaq is definitely. I mean, there was for a long time I said to myself, "There's no way I'll ever be able to handle Nasdaq." Yeah, live commissions when you ask for it, they don't start until the next trading day. Excellent to hear that you're getting started. Which size account did you start? Big move here up on the Nasdaq, 42 points. Slight pullback right afterwards. By slight, I mean 12 points. Copper did send us a SPY signal, and honestly, we look here on the RSI. We see this cross of the SMA line and the price line, or whatever you want to call this purple line, at 848, which has been this candle here. So this candle or this candle would have been an excellent entry point. So actually would have reached my profit target in 2 minutes. Hmm. It's a good account. So I'm doing the 75K. Oh, 50K is good. The 50K is actually what I recommend people to do. Start, first start. Has a decent profit target that isn't too huge and but gives you a little bit of cushion, that you won't blow it easily if you have one bad trade or whatever. Have you been sim trading to prepare, or do you have other trading experience? Buy signal here. Excuse me. Buy signal here on the bonds. Well, so you get it back above this recent high of 189.28. We're at 189.25 now. Oh yeah, it's always easier with sim. It's not the same pressure, but it can definitely help prepare you. What I like to tell people to do is um, sim trade the exact parameters of the mini gauntlet. The loss limit, drawdown, max contracts, all the rules, and prove to yourself that you can do it, and then go into a gauntlet. Which is what I wish I would have done, and maybe I'll be funded now. But I'm getting there. Pull back here on the Nasdaq. So this buy signal here did fail. Do you have a specific strategy that you use? And I do the same thing. By the way, I don't take enough trades. That's one of my main problems. Anyone here can tell you has been watching my streams will tell you how much I talk about not taking enough trades. I hesitate to get in and miss out. Don't trust myself. Buy signal here on gold. Recent high was 18.063. It just pulled back. 12-minute. Not sure I've ever heard of anyone using a 12-minute. Not that it's a bad thing. I like people that do things unorthodox or not in the norm, but kind of up and down here right now with Nasdaq. Copper's kind of flattened. So we're back up where we are above that recent high. We're at this resistance level right here. If we can break above that, it might take a long here. Let me find a gold chart. There's my gold chart. Oh, wow. I think I will get very bored if I went days without getting a setup that I liked. I jumped into this gold here. It's above its recent resistance. Keep forgetting to show the chart. There we go. Let's see if we can continue this move upwards to infinity and beyond. Pulling back now. Oh yeah, Nasdaq was wild yesterday. Yeah, looks like we're pulling back. See if it bounces. Like it's gonna stop me. Come on, give me a bounce. Maybe. Yep, yep, stop me out. That was a bummer. That for sure is going to continue going, but guess never really broke up too far above that resistance. So we're back to red on the day. Huh. And trading views chart is frozen. That was nice. So it came down, stopped me out, now going back up. Maybe too tight of a stop. What was my stop there? 12. Now it's back above my entry point. Yay. So, that kind of sucked. Back to being down 65 on the day. See where we go from there. Do want to thank everyone for joining me this morning. If you hear from Facebook, please. Oh, yeah, Facebook. Oh, my God. If you hear from YouTube, please hit the like button. For the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe if you feel like it. I would appreciate it. Still trying to build up the channel. No, the sim earn to trade is just sim. Now, you do have the same loss limit, which is weird. So if you're sim trading and you take a big loss, you'll have to ask them to reset it. But it does not count against your gauntlet. You can do anything you want on that. You can nothing you do there will affect your gauntlet account. So here, this was a bummer. Gold came down, stopped me out here. Big move down, as now well above my. Oh boy, we didn't hide that better. Nasdaq's heading up. So I entered that gold trade at 1806.5. It's now up 10, 11 ticks. Always frustrating you get stopped out and then it goes. You're welcome. Nasdaq's finally looks like it's picked a direction that's up. Last 5 minute candle was 72 points. Copper continuing to head up off this buy signal. Would have been a good signal. Crude heading back up. Off this buy signal, we see a pull back. Excuse me. By 10 ticks, and now it's heading upwards. S&P heading upwards. Throw platinum on a 1 minute. Platinum's heading upwards. So a little bit after 10. East on the East Coast, waiting to see if we have one more good trade. Maybe get me back to green. Gold sending us a short signal here. Not the ideal setup. Looks kind of like back here where it failed. NASDAQ bouncing. $17 points up on this candle. Gold sitting right on those, both the 50 and the 200 EMAs. Looks like that might have been a pullback there on the NASDAQ. Continuing to head up. Let's look at support resistance on NASDAQ. We're here. Looks like next major resistance is here. Right before this big downtrend started. Alright, yeah, right as the big downtrend started. It has about 30 points. Well, you see a pullback there. Caffeine is starting to wear off. Thus, it's time to take in more caffeine. I need a IV. Uh, Pulling back now on the NASDAQ. Actually sending a short signal here. Gold sideways, copper sideways, treasury sideways, S&P sideways. Everything's sideways. Not much happening right now. Bitcoin back under 42,000. Tesla about 1064. We always watch Tesla for the indication with the indices. Oh God, stretching. Oh. Nothing exciting. Probably go for another 20 minutes or so on the stream, unless something exciting starts to happen. Copper completely flat. So let's look at this NASDAQ here with the RSI. And you can see here, came up, peaked right underneath the Bollinger, pulled back. So right here, this would have been a good indication. You know, once you had the first red candle to get in, and we could have rode that down 100 points. Then, you know, came down, kind of curled around, and see how it started using this SMA line as a support. So I got a buy signal here. Now, could it have kept this out of, because you see it reversed a lot. It reversed by 70 points off of this this buy signal. So that there's nothing that could have saved us there, unless we were willing to have run a 70-point stop to this SMA line. But then, obviously, it did kind of come down, bounced off the bounced and came back up. Obviously, you see it bounce twice. There's really nothing here that really could have gave us an indication of when to get in. That would more on the regular chart if we wanted to get, once we see it hanging around the SMA and got above, could have got in there. Pull back. Now you see again, we got up to both the Bollinger and the 7E line almost. Pull back. After these first two candles, probably could have jumped in here, tried and could have scalped 25 points, 20 points, whatever. And then it went back up, pull back down, break of the yellow line here at 913 or 1013. That's this candle here. So once we saw another red candle, we could have tried again for a scalp. We've got 22 points on that candle. So if you're willing to micromanage one chart, right there is a bunch of opportunities. You're gonna get obviously ones that are wrong, but my only issue though is figuring out stop losses. If I'm scalping for 5 or 10 points, what's my stop loss, and how do I make it that it's wide enough that it's just not going to stop me out before it goes to where I want it? So that's what I need to figure out. Because like even if I had gotten in on this candle, it reversed by 12 before going. So I don't know. Have to figure that one out. Some people would put the stop just back here. So let's draw that out. Let's make this bigger. Short there. Placing the stop. The high of this candle. 16. Move dummy. 1652. So let's do that. 1652. Which would be a 21-point stop, meaning. But it did give us a 2 to 1. Yeah, it gave us more than 2 to 1. So if we had done that and shot for 42 points, we would have got it. So that's interesting. Not sure I would be brave enough to do that. Maybe with 2 micros, that'd be good. 2 micros, 21-point stop. It's a little. That's a less than $100, and then we could have got 42. 40 points out of it, which is 80. 40 points times. Yeah, that'd been a good trade. So these are the kind of things I'm going to look for with RSI. And with the RSI with its own Bollinger Bands. Ouch. Got a buy signal on gold that I kind of ignored. I think it's going to be good too. It's up 7 ticks. Short signal here on the NASDAQ. I like it. We'll give NASDAQ one more chance to hurt me. If the short signal comes back, that is. Bounce it for now. Okay, it's coming back up to the SMA line. So ever since the signal didn't hold, so what it's doing now. So if it's just a pullback to the SMA, or if it's gonna continue to try and head up. You kind of, I mean, it's tried 3 times now to come up here, here. See if it comes back here, or if it rejects for the third time. If it rejects for the third time, I think we're gonna see it continue to head down. See, came down hard, then through the open, even harder. Now moving up, but we are below the SMA line. There's a move down, possible bounce down, bounce bounce. Let's see ya. That candle was just a touch red by 2 points. It looks like it wants to consolidate here. There's a move down. That's what we're looking for. Actually 15, I should just... Back to green. The SMA's kind of sideways now. $20 point candle back up. 25. So looks like it's going to try to get it back up again. 40 point candle up. That quick. Up to... Again, looks like we're up to this level 6, then rejected down again. There we go, another rejection down. We're in, taking a short here. 20 point stop on 2 micros. Let's hope that I didn't make a mistake. Short signal is fired. I got in before the short signal. New candle. See if we continue to head down. Alright, there we go. There's the green candle back up. Back down. There we go. Buyer's still trying to step in. Not liking this right now. Not coming down like I had hoped. Let's see. There we go. Now we're starting to see momentum down, hopefully. UltraBond. Trying to give me a signal. We'll just focus on the NASDAQ for now. There we go. Now we're moving. There we go. That's what I was looking for. It's starting to come back a little bit. Oh, there we go. Continue down. There we go. Watch that trailing. Look at that, baby. This is a 32-point candle. Still moving down. Still moving down. Okay, we stopped. We trailing stopped. Took us out. That was a very nice cha-ching. Let's take a look. Now we're up $73 on the day. We got in on that trade at 15,597. Out at 15,563. About 34 points. Excellent trade. If I had been trading just a regular, if I had been brave enough to trade just a regular mini, that would have been a $600 trade. Looks like the trailing got us out at the right time. See two green candles here. So no complaints there. back to sideways. So move down and then sideways. Hello. I'm doing all right. How are you? Move down here in gold by a point. UltraBond, while we're in that NASDAQ trade, also sent a short signal. Which have been good. I don't longer rain. I don't recognize your name, so I assume might be your first time here. If so, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining me. Cool. Uh, teen. What exact age they're longer? And gold. A short signal, natural gas. Sending me a long signal. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to actually like sign up for the trade or sign up for an actual brokerage until you're 18. But starting to learn now would definitely give you lots of practice time, lots of learning time until then, so you could be ready to roll right out of the gate. And the learning material I talk about on my subreddit, you you can get that now. There's no age restriction on that. And there's no age restriction on using simulators to practice trading. That's understandable. Like you said, I mean, you're 15, so you have time. It's not like there's a rush, and I'm not going anywhere unless I die or something. So, I'm in this for the long haul with both, you know, working to get funded myself and helping others. So, I'll be there whenever you're ready. I'm ready. Always feel free to stop in on the streams. Once you start learning, you always, come in and ask questions or whatever. That's what I'm here for. UltraBond sending a buy signal here. See here. Oops. Not sure what I just hit there. You're very welcome. UltraBond. So there's this buy signal here. Might be good, but you can see here we've got below the SMA, I mean below the 30 line. We went all the way down to approximately 21 on this RSI range. Came back. This, excuse me, this would have been our entry right here when it came back above 942 or 1042 your guys' time probably. So getting in on the 943 candle or the 43 after the hour would have got 3 and 3 for 6 ticks. It's been $180. It's pulling back now again. Gold bounced. And now sending a buy signal. Strong move up above the SMA. NASDAQ. Seems like it found the bottom. Copper moving up. So gold signal would have been good. Maybe. Actually. Maybe I would. No. Oh, it reversed now all in the same candle, but it did go up 13 ticks. So this would have been a good signal. But it's coming back down now. It's a good reversal candle right there. Let's try a micro in there. Just one micro. Micro gold. Just want to do one micro. I'm thinking that's going to be a reversal candle. Maybe not. See if that candle goes back to red or not. Yeah, there, red. Let's see. Only risking a couple bucks here. Looks like I might want to continue to head up. So looks like I might be wrong. Move our profit target up. Could get just enough out of it to see if we can pay for the commission. Nasdaq came back up with one big candle, 33-point candle, and now it's pulling back down. So as this trade finishes, we'll probably finish up the stream. Next stream is tomorrow night at 7:45 Eastern. And of course, back here Thursday and Friday morning, 7:30 Eastern. Big move up on copper. 7 ticks on that, 8 ticks on that candle. Back down to break even on this gold trade. Micro gold. Oops, I forgot. Oh, I didn't have the chart up again. Sorry about that, guys. There you go. Up, gold coming back down. We're a tick in the profit. Couple ticks in the profit. Nasdaq kind of sideways, just under its SMA. What, 4 ticks on this gold trade? We were. This trade's torturing us, so staying right around my entry point. Nasdaq's gotten above its SMA. Oh, now it's heading up. Okay, we just got stopped out of that trade. So, I think it was about $10 loss, no biggie. So that's where we'll end the stream. Let's look at our final tally on the day, 61.50. Nothing to write home about, but it's a green day. Doubt I'll take any more trades today, but I'll keep watching. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Follow me on Twitter to see my end-of-day P&L. I'll post it this afternoon. And that's it for today. I do thank everyone for joining me. Like I said, I'll be back here tomorrow night, 7:45 Eastern. And then Thursday and Friday morning, 7:30 a.m. Eastern. And hopefully we can continue work toward a green week. I do want to thank everyone again and wish you all a great day. Bye.